Hey, Yellow Jacket football fans, welcome to the Coach Clay Stephenson Show. And Coach, congratulations on a 26-21 victory. But before we talk, I have a serious public service announcement. If you're following Yellow Jacket football and you're watching the Coach Clay Stephenson Show and you're on medication because of high blood pressure, these games are exciting all the way to the end, so you're just going to have to relax. Coach, congratulations.
That's right, they have been. It's been three hard-fought football games to start the season. You find out a lot about your team, in the wins or the losses or whatever. But these last two games on the road in awesome environments. I mean, we nothing like here at home, but to go on the road in those two places and get a win, no matter how we do it, what the score is, gives us a lot of confidence moving forward.
Yes, I would think so. You're 2-1 on the season, and you have played three really good teams. You, Coach Hobb before the game, all the other coaches I talked to, all said the same thing. We were favored by 25 on Georgia High School Football Daily, which, take with a grain of salt. But all the coaches that I talked to during the week and before the game, this team is good. They're physical. They play hard. The running back, linebacker, that 230-pound, 6'3" stud that's going to Air Force, everything that you all said happened during that game. Yeah, they were as you said.
Yeah, they didn't know what they were talking about.
They're not an 0-3 team.
No, they're a good football team. Had a really good team last year. They've got a good program that's built there. Awesome community support. Their fans. It was packed.
Yes, it was.
First home game. And they came out ready to play like we knew they would. They're definitely not an 0-3 football team, but we were just pleased to get in there and get to compete again and pull it out right there at the end.
Yes, once again a good second half, and when I go back in the 24 years of memory, we don't get out coached at halftime, and that's a credit to your coaching staff and the boys listening.
That was, that's what when we get in at halftime and kind of regroup and get the kids settled down and get a little plan for the second half, and we did that. And the kids, but at the end of the day, it's the kids that have to go out there on the field.
Yes.
We only get to go, most of the time only get to go to the white line, to the white box. But the kids went out there and competed and battled, and it rained the second half, and we were down at 11. We got down to 11, and they got an onside kick. So the threat of going down 3 scores. And the kids just battled and fought through it and came away with the win.
Most football fans think that coaches are, rah-rah, in-your-face type of guys, and when you go in at halftime, there's a lot of ripping around, and we're just going up one side and down the other side. What happened? Was it a calm halftime?
Yeah, it was. It was more just making adjustments, and defense made a couple, and offensive staff, Coach Holly and Coach Hall did a good job of getting a few things, just a few change-ups for the second half, and then the kids came out, and that's the thing about our kids. They don't need much rah-rah. They know what the job they have to do, and they go out and do it. So we're blessed in that area.
Yeah, we came out, and from about the last 4 or 5 minutes of the second quarter, our defense showed the ability to stop the 230-pound running back.
Yeah, he was a good runner downhill. He's 6'3", 230, and our linebackers, he's not 6'3", 230.
No, he isn't. But he plays. He's got a heart that big.
Tough as nails, and look at the first half. They made a couple of third and longs.
Yes.
And we didn't make a couple of third and longs, and that was really the difference. They made a lot of good plays, and we couldn't quite make them the first half.
I'm looking at the stats. And Trey was 15 for 19 for 261 yards. Geez, the only passes he missed were just a couple long passes, and one of them was with a wet ball in the second half. So, 15 for 19 is pretty doggone good.
Trey played well, put the ball in good places where our receivers could catch it. You only missed 4 passes. That's a pretty good night.
Yes, it is. 72 yards rushing, 261 yards passing, and only 7 penalties, and held the turnovers to a minimum.
Yeah, those are the things you got to do to win the football game, and we did that.
Well, let's take a look at the first half highlights of a 26-21 victory over Creekview at Grizzly Stadium. Beautiful stadium, nice field, and we lost the coin toss, so we are receiving.
Yeah, we were taking the ball anyway. They didn't want to kick it deep. They saw that on film, so we thought we'd get pretty good field position.
And we started at the 36-yard line. It's not raining right now. It will rain starting at halftime.
Got Stowe Morgan coming in at a Y in motion. Good blocking out there by Cam. And does some Kearns. Good first play.
Yeah, very good first play. From the 46, it's a first down. Nice swing pass out here to Caden. This is a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, it was. They played it well that time. We get them on it in a little bit. Good throw here by Trey. Again, the guy dropped under it, and he put it only where Stowe could catch it, and he got it.
The game plan coming in was throw the ball a lot at the beginning?
Yeah, it was. They play man-to-man, so that means they have more in the box than you have.
Right.
So we've got to be able to win on the edges and get it out in the perimeter, and we did that.
If you folks look at this defensive line and offensive line, these are some wide bodies up there.
Yes, they're very big and just strong, thick guys. They were good players. Got a pass interference there.
Well, they ended up calling it holding.
A holding, okay.
Yeah, for a 5-yard penalty. Nice drive by Hall's Hogs. Thomas Wells and the boys doing a good job up front.
Yeah, Thomas stepped in at center when Lance is out. That's a good play here. Again, this is the game we just got to take what they're giving us. We knew we had to get the ball out quick because they're good up front. Their front six is very good.
Yes, they are. They got another linebacker. Number 8 is a pretty good linebacker.
Yeah, he wished he could have that one back. I told him we were throwing it to the photographer out there, I guess. But it was one of those, his eyes got big and just missed it. But
well, folks, there's only going to be 2 more incompletions from Trey for the rest of the game.
Yeah, played a great game. And this here, very good decision.
Yes.
We had it going left. Thought it would be the better, and if we told him to look right, we might have had it. But that was a good decision of getting what he can get.
Actually, it was number 9 I was talking about was the linebacker. He's a pretty big kid. He took 2 solid hits here. It didn't seem to phase him.
No, he got hit a lot. We were trying to get down inside the 25 was what Coach Hernandez said for a field goal. So that was 2 good plays by Trey that didn't force it, but we got those extra 6 yards by him not forcing it and got in the field goal range.
Matt Scoggins snapping, Isaac Green holding, and Sergio nails a 40-yarder.
Yeah.
So we kick off.
Yeah, that was close. It just kicked a little too far and got out of bounds.
Yeah, you got too close to the sidelines, and sometimes that ball takes a right-hand bounce that comes back onto the field. Yeah. Here they come, and we're going to get a big dose of number 21. And this kid,
he hadn't played running back much. He's been a linebacker, but they had a feeling he'd be in the backfield a lot, which he was.
Yeah, he didn't miss any offensive snaps. He missed some defensive snaps, but not.
Quarterback played well. He made a bunch of throws this first half. He's just a sophomore, but a good player.
Yeah, he played. You said he played a lot last year as a freshman. Mm-hmm. That might have been about his only bad pass of the night. Motion. And just
these first drives early are so tough to. You don't know the speed of it. You don't know. It's tough to replicate in scout team, but you're trying to fill it out and make them earn what they get.
Do we have anybody on the scout team that's 6'3", 230 running the ball?
We do not. We don't put Imari over there at running back. He plays scout team. He goes out there at receiver, but we don't put him at running back.
They got a nice drive going here. This is their first drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's a good play there. Very good play there.
And nice throw.
Yeah, that's a good scheme. It's a tough play to defend.
I like to run that wheel route, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, he runs so downhill. He's a good runner. Going to Air Force. Got a lot of guys in there. Got Bird, Drew Ferguson, and Sager in and out. Defensive line.
Trying to bulk up a little bit and stop this power game that they're showing.
Yeah, we play a lot of people, which is awesome for Game 3 because they're getting a lot of experience for region play coming up.
So they retake the lead 6-3, and they're going to line up for the extra point.
Yeah, we hadn't seen them. They only scored 1 touchdown, and they went for 2 for the year. So we didn't see the swinging gate on film. They shifted over and kicked it.
Line up with a right-footed soccer-style kicker, and we're going to get a block on this. And do you know who got the block?
I don't know. I have to go back and look at the end zone. Some interior guy, maybe.
Yeah. It was just a low kick, and we got our hand up and blocked it. So we trail 6-3. So another squib kick.
Yeah, that one got.
Pick it up at about the 11. get a good run back to the 25, 26-yard line.
Yeah, got a lot of guys in there on the house team, Rick from West and some others.
Start out at the 27, 1st and 10, power run on the right-hand side.
Yeah, we're trying to play fast here, and safety made the tackle. And anytime you can have the safeties making tackle, you can't account for them. That's just an extra guy. So
Yeah, but that means you're getting downfield.
yeah.
You like safeties making tackles. 3rd and short.
Yeah, we missed it. We jumped off sides. We can't do that 3rd and 6. But again, awesome job here by Trey and Stowe of it's 3rd and 6, and it's a 5-yard route. So we know we got to get a little bit after, and he caught it and turned upfield and got the first down.
Stowe Morgan did a good job of getting downfield after catching the ball and getting that first down. 1st and 10 for the Jackets.
They were very good tacklers.
Yeah, they are.
Safeties were, but
It's hard to believe this team's 0-3.
yeah, it is.
I mean,
Called offsetting there, and I thought it was on them, but we'll take it after this play.
down the sideline he goes. Another touchdown, a long one this time by Caden Williams on a little flare swing pass to the right, and the Jackets get 6.
Yeah, the same play we ran a while ago.
Yep.
And they didn't have as many people over there that time, and Stowe and Isaac Brooks made great blocks.
And then Caden just
the rest.
outran everybody. Line up for the extra point, and it's to the uprights, and the Jackets retake the lead. 10-6 with 1:37 left in the first quarter. First quarter's gone quick.
It has. Don't have too many incomplete passes, and they're running a lot. So both teams are kind of just here, take it on the kickoffs.
Yeah, both teams are doing that. They run a lot of tight ends, and this quarterback runs. He's got good speed too for a sophomore.
He's a good player, very good player.
Yeah, their fans are going to like watching him for the next 2.
Bray and Cam over there running him out of bounds.
Yeah, I thought they'd run a lot more quarterback run plays after faking to the big boy in the second half when it was raining so much.
Yeah, they did. Actually, our linebackers played really well. Brooks, Brandon, Nathan Fuller, and Christian Smith played good. Here, he's in position, broke on the ball. He just got off balance a little bit, and they caught it.
Yeah, he got there just a little bit early.
I think if he kept his balance and made the same play, I don't think they caught it, but he was a good play.
Second quarter begins. Flip the field. They're at midfield. The officials didn't have to walk very long. They fumbled the snap on the fake exchange. We got him in a little bit of a hole.
Yeah, just barely right here. They had 2 guys come in the same spot, and they threw it up and made a play. And that's what it, to win games, that's what it takes.
Yep. So they retake the lead. Line up for the extra point. Yeah, I was kind of anticipating them going for 2 here.
Yeah, even early you start chasing points. I go back and forth on my philosophy on that, but
yeah, it's to the upright, so they get the lead, 13-10.
You got Eric Pittman, Ben Williams, Corbin, Jacob Schuler, and Stowe on the front line.
Anticipating.
Yeah.
Another squib kick. We field it right there, and like you said, we're just going. Caden Williams gets the ball and takes a knee, and we take over 1st and 10 at our 32-yard line. Our first possession of the second quarter, we trail 13-10. Yeah. Throw it to the big boy, and they have a hard time tackling him, don't they?
That's what he's gotten a lot better at this year, of catching that thing, and he's dead upfield right now.
North-south.
Good job of getting an extra 10 yards after that.
They lined up offsides. It'll be 1st and 5. Yeah, they come to the ball and they tackle well.
Yeah, they did. They did a good job there. We thought they'd back 2 off to double cover Mar, and they didn't. We had it here and just we grabbed him a little bit. I thought it was pass interference.
We thought he got held too when he made his cut.
Yeah. It kept him from getting to a spot.
Yes,
that's what
exactly.
That was my argument. But that was a tough catch there. Just he had it for a minute and just couldn't quite hang on.
Yeah, he got whacked pretty good too.
Yes, he did.
Trying to make that catch was
the 4th down
Stowe
right here.
Morgan.
Yeah, in no man's land.
Timeout called.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't real happy with the officiating crew by the time the game was over. Fortunately, we came
so
out.
We called timeout, and they called timeout back to back. It's a big play, big play in the game.
Yeah, they didn't like the way we lined up. 3 receivers up top on the left-hand side.
So this is just number 8 there. If you go back and watch it again, number 8, their linebacker, just made a good play. We had it set up and had 2 people that could have blocked him, and he just ran over both of us.
Then they hand off to Hubert, the running back. He's just going downhill.
Yeah, their crowd got into it after that 4th down stop. And
yes, they did. We were right behind the student section and next to the band.
Again, the quarterback just making good throws.
He is. And it's nice when you can hand off to this guy.
Right.
Because he doesn't need much of a crease.
He doesn't. Good job.
Cam Curtis in the bottom of that tackle, taking a beating.
Cam McCaden, Dustin Kearns, running out the secondary.
Little flea flicker, down the field it goes, and nice defense.
It was. It was a good job. Because they kind of had us for a minute, and Dustin did a good job of
not interfering.
Not interfering. Yeah.
Got his hands up, and the ball hit his arms. Goes incomplete. Little toss out here to the big running back.
Yeah, that's just try to use the sideline to your advantage. He's a kid. I think he's committed to Air Force. Good player.
Mr. Griffin, welcome to varsity.
Yes. Got Gregory and Bird in there. Defensive line again. We're rolling them in there a lot.
Yeah, you rolled a lot of people. Of course, you're playing some guys 2 ways, and here's that wheel route they come open again.
Play. Very good play.
They get it down to the 4-yard line where it's going to be 1st and goal. Hand to the running back, goes to the left-hand side, bounces it outside, and gets inside the pylon and scores.
Yeah, they had a good plan, and they were executing well the first half.
The guys, they run the 2-point play, and he just gets to the goal line and gets it in for 2 points.
Yeah, so here we are again on the road in a
down 11
hostile environment, and down 11 again.
Seems to be our lucky number.
And they get the ball.
Yep, onside kick, and they get a nice recovery.
Yeah, they were there. They didn't leave early. The ball took a bounce. That's what happens on onside kicks.
This is why you do it.
That's right.
That second hop can be a tough one to field.
Yeah, they had a good crossing route there. That was a good play. Very good play. So they're pulling out all the stops, and they're executing everything. Not trick plays, but just gimmicky, schemed up plays that they're executing.
Brooks Brandon on a good tackle, hitting his kid low. I thought this is where we started stiffening up a little bit.
This is huge. We're down 11 on the road, and they got the ball in plus territory with a chance to go up 3 scores.
Yes.
This is a huge series.
And
these
that
next couple,
Nathan Fuller.
Yeah, they had an entourage ready to go with him.
He squeezed in there and tackled him low and brought him down to the turf.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a huge series. Because they can go into the halftime being real happy.
Mm-hmm.
Little pooch kick out of shotgun formation. They put us in a hole.
Yeah, we get a good break there. Bounced up, hit him in the face mask and the end zone.
So we're going to get the ball at the 20-yard line with 2:39 left, and Barry says, man, we need a score.
Yeah, this was a big series right here. We're trying to just take what they'll give us and get. When you get 2-0, if you're backed up in the 20, it's tough to. You got to get some positive plays to start trying to play fast. Just throw two out routes right there to Cam, get the first down, and trying to get to about 35 or 40 to really start playing fast.
Dropping straight back, Trey looking downfield.
That's a very good read right here. Good read, hit him in the hands. They just about pick it, but it hits the ground.
Oh, it hit the ground. I was worried about the crew making a decision, the right decision. We could see it from our side because we're on a home side broadcasting. Throw the ball downfield, and we got a man out there, and Jack Bishop's got it. He breaks out of that tackle. He's at the 5, and he scores a touchdown.
That's a huge play.
Huge
play. We the threat of going down 3 scores, and then about a series of 4 or 5 plays, we're right back in it.
Mr. Automatic doing the extra point out of the Isaac Green hold, and the Matt Scoggins snap. Ball's down, kick is up, and we're down 4, 17-21.
Yeah, that was a big time answer there. Got Jaden Thomas and Walker Rowe down here on kickoff coverage.
We're going to do the feint and then boot the ball. Sergio on the near side, Carlos on the far side. Nice kick down to about 15-yard line. And
that's a good job here.
Nice tackle.
Corbin and Jaden and Schuler and a host of others.
A host of Yellow Jackets in on the tackle. That's right. Get him at the 25. Corbin came downfield and got him, wrapped him up. 1st and 10 from their 25. They give to the big boy on the right-hand side. And I kind of thought they might be happy with the lead, and as this series plays out, I think they're just hoping maybe the big boy can break a big run.
Yeah, they're with the lead. They're fine going into halftime.
Yep. A lot of Jackets swarming to the ball. Get to the running back. This is a different running back. 21 went out holding his arm, so they brought in number 7 to run a couple plays.
Yeah, we called timeout. It's the last play before half. Just trying to see if we can get a kick blocked.
Right. We got 9 men on the line of scrimmage.
And they just get it off real quickly. And
yeah, it's just a semi-Australian rules kick as it goes out of bounds. And
yeah, we'll go in the half. We'll take it up there.
Yeah, 21-17. We'll take a break here as we talk about the halftime. And as you said, just adjustments, a calm locker room, and the guys. You don't want to get dependent on being down all the time, but they're handling being down well. I guess the point I'm making.
I'll tell you another thing is they were everybody was determined to go out and have a good second half. Sergio got hurt right there before halftime, and it rubbed a lot of our kids the wrong way. So we had to make sure that they gathered their composure and didn't just let the play do the talking in the second half, because it was a lot of upset people. But they did. They handled it well and came out the second half and executed.
Yeah, you wanted to play hard but smart.
That's right.
And I think they did that in the second half. Of course, when you come out for the second half is when the rain hit, folks. And it was a mist, and then a bunch of wind came, and then it rained harder, and then the wind would back off, and we'd still have a mist, and then the wind picked up again. It rained hard again. It made handling the football in the second half a priority. And we're sitting there, and as the second half evolves, I was real glad when we got that short lead, because on rainy fields you never know what's going to happen, and if you're ahead, you can win.
That's right. Yeah, right there early, it started raining hard. And,
oh yes.
It's just it was just a perfect high school football game. The crowd's into it. We're on the road. The road games it's kind of the us against the world mentality, and that's the way our kids take it, and they love doing it and love going in those places, and the rain just added another element to it. So our kids embraced it, and they were ready to go. It didn't matter if it rained, the wind, or whatever. They were ready to play.
Well, just like the Coach Clay and I, the good guys are wearing gold helmets, but they're wearing white uniforms. So the good guys are in white, and you're going to enjoy the second half. So let's take a look at this second half and see what evolves. We are going to kick off to start this second half.
Yeah.
And you can see the rain falling in the glow of the lights. And they have those LED lights, and when they score, they go on and off, and they're having a big time.
Yeah.
And they're
it just started raining. As soon as we were out to kick off, it starts raining. We got Carlos made a good kick here, and
ball took a big bounce.
Ball hit the ground. That's the goal of a kick, to try to let it hit the ground, and he did a good job there.
Every team likes to come out that first offensive series of the second half and do something with it. It's a key drive in the game to set momentum for the second half.
Yeah.
And you're going to see the Yellow Jacket defense play well right here.
There, so backs them up to the 10 on the return.
Yeah, they get a lot of penalties. They ended up with a dozen for the game.
Yeah,
there's a penalty there that backed them up again a little bit farther.
Yeah.
Good defense there. Swallowed the quarterback up. That was a successful play in the first half. Line up with 2 receivers right. A little flare out here to big number 20. Ooh,
that's a good play by Christian Smith, I think.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, he's quick, man. He can move.
He can.
Even with that wrapped up hand.
That's right. Playing hard.
They had something like 3rd and 30 or longer, and all we want to do is just keep bodies in front of us, and they line up to punt. A wet ball, folks, because it has been raining. Low snap, bobbles it, and then slides off his foot, and we're going to have great field position.
Yeah.
About a 15 to 20 yard punt. I couldn't write anything down in the second half. Everything was soaking wet.
That was a good stop there.
1st and 10 for the Jackets from their 38. Little toss sweep out here on the left-hand side. Good hard running by Caden.
Yeah, offensive line jobs to create one-on-one matchups, and that was a one-on-one matchup with the safety, and he made the tackle.
There's another good run. Jump cut to the right-hand side, bounces it outside, sheds off another tackler, goes back inside, gets it inside the 20, and that's a big first down run.
Very good run. Broke a tackle early and then got out in space. Did a good job.
Down 1st and 10 at the 16. Another jump cut.
Yeah, again, that's the safety making the tackle. That's just, it is what it is.
Right, you can't block everybody on every play. Quarterback rolls the right-hand side.
Yes, as soon as he released it, he wished he could have held it, but
saw the man in the end zone open.
Yeah.
But Amari makes a good catch. We've got 3rd and about 7. Caden on the right-hand side, cuts back inside, gets it inside the 10, down to the 8. He's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, 4th down here.
4th down. Heavy sumo set to the left. We freeze him at the line of scrimmage. That's Nathan Fuller, the lead blocker in front of Caden.
Yeah, they're having trouble getting lined up.
And Corbin Fuller.
We'll have to call a timeout. It's a big play. It's
we come out and line up different.
Yeah, got out of it and threw the back shoulder to Amari, and it was a great throw, great catch.
That was a great throw on the back shoulder. Heavy sumo set, and Trey gets in for a rushing touchdown.
Yeah, it was good plays there. We're fourth down, converted and scored the next play.
We retake the lead.
Yeah, Carlos kicking. Still got Matt and Isaac holding.
Yeah, Sergio got hurt at the end of the first half. He gets it out of the hold, clanks the upright, and it bounces out. But we have the lead, 23-21.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it earlier. You get a lead in wet weather. Man, that's a good spot to be. Little pooch kick going from left to right. Once again, he's got to jump up and get it.
Yeah.
10-yard return back to the 35. Ball came loose at the end, but he was down on the ground.
Yeah, and there's a penalty there.
I'll
have to. I don't know.
Yeah, so penalty against the Jackets puts him at midfield.
It was a late hit. Couldn't find it.
I thought the ball had come loose. Anyway, I think we're tackling number 21 better than we were in the first half.
Yeah, so I got him flying around. That was a good play. Almost a pick there. Good coverage by Dustin and Nathan
Dustin got there perfectly. Give the 21 the left-hand side, and he's rumbling and stumbling down the field. 10-yard gain.
Yeah, we figured, especially started raining, they were going to pound him as much as they could.
Oh, yeah.
Hold here on the edge.
Yes. This play's going to come back.
Yeah.
That's about the one undisciplined thing this team did was a lot of penalties. Of course, they could have called a lot of holdings last week at Gardendale, too, that didn't get called. Give to the running back, left-hand side, a little stutter step.
That's the thing about holds. Once you call one or two, you got to keep them up, or that's always my argument. I'm fine with not calling them, but let's be consistent.
Throw it back to the left-hand side, screen out here to number 21.
Yeah, good play.
And another penalty flag.
Yeah,
holding.
Tackles right there out of the screen. Again, it's one you start calling them, and you got to make the rest of them.
Nice penetration.
Very good play by Caleb Bray and Nathan Fuller.
Yep, Nathan's there to clean it up. Quarterback drops back, looking downfield, trying to find a receiver out there, and they're going to call a penalty. Yeah,
McCaden's in perfect spot, and the kid ran over him to get it. And he made a great catch, but he pass interfered. So this is the backs him up to 3rd and 40. So
yeah, we saw him push, and I was just hoping they were going to call offensive pass interference. Quarterback's going to scramble and run. He gets out of bounds wisely at midfield.
Yeah, like 3rd and 30, 3rd and 37.
Yes, like our odds. Yeah. So they line up to punt from midfield. Takes his time, puts his foot into it.
Yeah, we get lucky right here. It's like get lucky he got in the end zone. It's a good punt. It's a 50-yard punt.
Yes, it was.
58 yards, I guess, at the end.
30 net.
Yeah.
We take over. They called a penalty against us and backed us up to the 10-yard line.
Yeah,
so
we were holding, I think.
Yes. So second down after a gain of about 1.5. Trey looking downfield.
Yeah, just had to step on the DB and couldn't quite connect.
You got a couple more youngins in there. Got some significant plans
play
on
here. One-handed for a first down.
Yeah, just throw it to the guy with the octopus hands. He'll catch it.
Good play, and then another good play here.
Imari with a nice catch. Here's a nice one on the outside to Justin Beasley, a freshman.
Great throw, great route, great protection. Everything you want with flip the field in a hurry there.
Yeah, there's only one person going to catch that ball. That was Justin Beasley. Fourth quarter begins. We do a little Statue of Liberty back to the right-hand side.
Good execution there. Line blocked, and Caden just at the edge.
Yep, Dustin Kearns running the ball. Just no place to go on this play, but Caden gets what he can out of it. He's got quick feet, Coach.
Yes, he does.
And he sees the field well. Drew Ferguson at your wing over there on the left-hand side. We come back to the right-hand side. Ooh, nice stutter step. They left his shoestrings on the field.
Good play there, and 21 made the tackle.
Got it down to the 19. 3 receivers left. Give it to Caden one more time. He cuts back to the left-hand side, gets across the 15, and Hall's Hogs are doing some blocking right now, Coach. I think they're getting a little tired.
Yeah, they are. Okay, Wells is in there, and with Terry Moss, Christian Bell, Brody Ballou, and Thomas Wells doing a good job.
Yeah, you pulled your center and left guard on that play, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Nice job of avoiding the tackle. Little stutter step. Gets it inside the 5. Unbalanced and heavy to the right. They did a good job of defensing this.
Yeah, they did. We're
still at the 3-yard line. Goal to go. Did somebody take a timeout at that point?
We called timeout, but they said we didn't get the timeout out in time, so we get a delayed game.
I saw you walking down the field and calmly.
Yeah.
You signaled to the side judge.
Yeah, yes. He got overruled. So.
Yes, he did. He got talked out of it.
Yeah.
By the white hat.
Yeah.
And somebody up in the press box that's running, the ECO. So we line up for a field goal.
Yep, Carlos Lopez in there now.
Right foot to the ball, hits the left upright, and goes over the crossbar.
We win by 5 and had 6 points on field goal, so they did a good job there.
Yeah, if we hadn't gotten the penalty, if you'd had it at the 3-yard line, were you going for 6?
We're going for 2. I mean, we're going both 2 plays, yes.
Yeah, right. Nice sky kick over to the left-hand side. We surround him. They get it up just across the 35-yard line. And there isn't a whole lot of time left on the clock right now.
Time went by quickly, and this is the drive. We got to have a stop right here. We're up 5.
Aren't you glad to be playing a team that huddles and takes as much time as they do in between snaps?
Absolutely.
Give it to the running back one more time, and you knew you were going to get a dose of 21.
Yeah. And that's the thing. They're still 4 minutes,
yes.
3 minutes, probably 4. So they've got time to run their offense.
Yeah, we knew they were just going to bleed the clock.
Well, that's what it takes there. If you can get them on a 2nd and long or behind the stick somehow.
Yeah, Christian Smith at the bottom of that, and the rest of the boys finishing it up, slowing him down. There's another good tackle. Nathan Fuller in on it, as well as Brooks Brannon.
Yeah, 3rd and 7s are tough. They're probably in 4-down territory, so they stick to their game plan, and now it's 4th and 6 or 7.
But they're only at our 47. The clock is winding down. Quarterback rolls to the left, throws it downfield. And nice defense by Dustin Kearns.
Yeah, you just knew the flag was coming in, though.
Yeah, I know. We got there a little bit too quick.
The end zone copy, I think it's a good play. Very good play.
So they get a first down out of it.
Yeah.
Hand back to 21.
Just bailed them out there on 4th down, and they're still just got to keep them out of the end zone. The field goal doesn't help them.
Nope.
Now we're with 2 minutes-ish.
Nice tackle in the backfield.
Yeah.
Mr. Wells on that tackle, number 76.
That was a really good play, big play in the game.
The Wells boys doing the job. Look back, and you knew they were running wheel route, didn't you?
Yeah, and just about ended it there, but had it covered. That's the play they hit earlier.
Caleb Ray on the coverage, and
McCaden Griffin.
Griffin knocking it down.
Yeah. So 4th down. Made a good play, good throw. Just couldn't quite make the catch.
Wet ball, Coach.
Yeah. and that sealed it. So we were right in the same situation where last week, we had a few seconds we needed to run off. We were right on the cusp.
Right, yeah.
And I don't want to trust the officials to the clock to be correct, so we're trying to buy just about 6 seconds, 7 seconds, and we did that these first 2 plays, and then they get a late hit as well.
And that gives us a first down, and we do run out the clock. I like what Trey's doing when he takes a snap, he goes back, and he just doesn't take a knee right away. He's using the clock as much as he can.
Yeah,
we don't have any problem.
There was about 6 or 7 seconds we had to buy just in case they didn't run the right time off the clock. So.
Yeah, and like you said, we didn't have any faith in this crew making the right call at the right time, because I can think of 3 examples during the game where we thought, wow, do they live in Canton?
Yeah. Well, a minute 39, I think, is the threshold for when you can take a knee if they've got one timeout, and there was a minute and 29. So you think that's 10 seconds. I didn't want to chance it, so we're trying to buy a little bit of time there, and we did, and took a few knees and got the win and got back home.
Well, like we warned the people before the game started, if you're on blood pressure medicine, take it, because the last 2 games have been humdingers. We had a lot of listeners on the Calhoun Touchdown Club on the Mixler app listening. Wow, it's just amazing. As soon as the game ended, my darling bride sent me a text. She says, "I've just been pacing and walking through this house. It's just crazy."
Yes, it was nerve-wracking watching as a fan, but exciting as players and coaches, and just wish it wasn't so far to get to those games. We were talking about, we went to Adairsville to go there, and we wish we could play those teams just for the travel purposes. We used to have to go 10 minutes or 30 minutes. Now it took us an hour and 45 to get there, almost 3 last week. So glad to be back home next week, and then the week after it's in Orville and Cartersville. So some normal road trips that we can have more fans that come, because it's tough for fans to get there on those road trips. But we appreciate the ones that were there, and look forward to having a good homecoming crowd this week, and then we know the next week it'll be packed out over there.
Well, let's talk about the 4th game coming up. We're 2-1 going into the game. We're facing a team that is ranked number 1, 2, or 3, depending upon which poll you look at. We're talking about the Cedartown Bulldogs. Nice little rivalry going here. We had a tough game with them at their place 2 years ago. Last year, we handled them a little bit easier than we did the year before. But this team coming in at 4A team, they're good.
Yes, they're good. They're state championship caliber football team.
Yes, they are.
And I'd say if they can get a good draw, good matchup, they'll be playing for it this year, because they got everybody back, except for the CJ kid that went to Georgia, but everybody else is back. Their whole roster, and they're so well coached and tough and hard nosed. So it'll be another tough test, physical football game that we'll have. And the last 2 years, it's been, we made 2 big plays last year. We scored on a 4th down conversion early, and then we hit that 98-yarder to Quinn. So without those 2 plays, it's the same kind of game it was the year before. So we know it'll be a tough game. We'll get in there tomorrow and start working on them and go from there.
It's going to be a dogfight.
It will be, another one.
And it's homecoming.
It is homecoming.
Big week.
Big week. Got float building and all that stuff that goes with it, and dress-up days. And our kids, a lot of coaches stress about homecoming week and this and that, but for the most part, we've got a bunch of stuff that goes on all the time.
All the time.
So, homecoming week, hopefully they'll handle it okay, and focus on the football game.
I'm kind of looking forward to it being homecoming week with the energy that's in the school building, and like you said, all the things that go on. We go to Gardendale and we come back and we get a big victory. Now we're playing a team that we've never played before, Creekview, and we got to get the team up. We got to our season didn't end just because we beat a really good Alabama team. We got to play Creekview, and this team is not an 0-2 team. They're good. This week, I think the excitement may help you regenerate the guys.
Yeah, and just being back home.
Yes,
right. Play in front of the home crowd, and we know what to expect this week. We haven't known the last 2 weeks. It's been unknown. We haven't played those 2 guys before, but we know Cedartown, and a lot of kids know each other, so we know it'll be a good hard-fought football game.
Let's talk pipeline.
Yeah, the 9th grade played Marist on Thursday. 127-7, something
really?
Like that.
Good, congratulations.
Had a really good game, and then the JV plays McCallie Monday.
This coming Monday?
Middle school is at Jefferson right now. They kick off about 30 minutes ago. So that would be a big game for them.
Is it hard to get JV games scheduled because you're playing Jefferson, you're playing Marist?
Yes.
I mean, you're playing McCauley. I mean, these are no patsies.
No.
I mean, geez Louise.
It's tough to find any games. You know, when you have a middle school having to drive 2 hours, it's a good game. It'll be fun when they get there. It's just a tough trip for a middle school football team. But when it's all you can play, it's all you can play. So we'll play whoever and try to see. It's only going to make us better. You know, win, lose, or draw, it's going to make us better on that middle school JV and night field level.
Yeah, it is. Sergio went out of the game. We're probably not going to have him back for a while. But Carlos, we've got a good kicker there. Sebastian Ramos came in, and I'm sure he's going to be able to do some things also for the team.
Yeah, you know, it's coaching football is tough when
Yes.
we have injuries. We've been. I don't think we've had the same roster from the scrimmage on.
No.
It's been fluctuating in and out, and when you see kids that have gone down this year and how much work and dedication they put into it, it's tough.
It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's hard. You would like no. Everybody realizes you're not going to go through a season injury free, but you would like them to be niggling injuries, not where they're lost for the season.
We'll get C.J. Hawkins back. He should be full go.
He got on the field.
We got him a little bit this week just to kind of get his feet wet. The next week he should be pretty much full go.
And we can use his speed and his experience.
He brings a lot to the team.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, it's just a fantastic game. Folks, we're going to have homecoming against Cedartown this coming Friday at the Reeve on Hal Lamb Field. So I know you'll turn out. The stands will be packed. It'll be a great game against a very good football team. The pipeline is full. Any final comments before we let you?
No, just so proud of them. You know, two wins on the road.
2 tough wins.
2 one-score wins on the road. So glad to get back home. Hope we'll have a good crowd turn out, and hopefully we can go out and put on a good performance.
Oh, we're going to have a good turnout. Folks, another outstanding victory that goes down to the wire. And I know you want to watch the Boys of Fall many times, so go to CalhounTDClub.com, click on the Mixer app, look for Coach Clay Stephenson Show, and you'll be able to watch this. It was fun, and it'll be fun to watch it again. We thank you for watching the Coach Clay Stephenson Show. And, Coach, we appreciate the time.
Hey, thank you, Dave.
You've been watching the Coach Clay Stephenson Show.